Hello everyone, Basic Ollie here. I hope you're doing well and welcome back to another GT Sport video. Now today we are going to be tackling the Red Bull Ring after the awesome few F1 races we had last week and the week before. I decided to jump onto this FIA Nations Cup race and I decided to use a car I don't ever really use. A stream on Monday. It was the first time I'd used it in a long time. And it was the Corvette, and I really liked the way it handled. So I've decided to jump into the Corvette, and yeah, it's just one of those cars. It's just absolutely solid, and no matter what track it is, you can always set a decent lap time and have a decent amount of pace. So we're going to jump straight into qualifying then. First things first, I managed to get myself a nice bit of slipstream from the Italian in front of me in the Lamborghini. First corner, extremely difficult to get right in this game, and it's really awkward for getting penalties as well, because you want to kind of take the mick with it as much as you possibly can, but there are instances where it will give you a penalty and then it won't for no reason, and I just don't quite know what the racing line is for that, as we outbrake ourselves ever so slightly there, but it doesn't matter too much. It shouldn't affect the lap too badly, thankfully. But yeah, there's a lot of fast drivers in here. This is an A+ rated lobby, so I think 266 points were on offer for first place, which is an awful lot really. It's a lot of points, so all the guys in here, all the boys and girls in here, have a serious amount of pace, and they deserve to be in here as well. So it's going to be extremely difficult for me to get any sort of decent result from this, but hopefully, fingers crossed, in this Corvette, it's something that we can do, as we're still getting this slipstream from this Italian. I do know the Lamborghini is quick around here. Whenever there's a daily race, the Lamborghini always seems to be up there, and I think it's because it's got such immense top speed, and the acceleration is pretty good as well. But yeah, it's always up there, but the times start to come in then. So someone set 1:28.592, and we just about get away with not cutting that too much, and we're about to cross the line. Then let's see what time we set. So it looks like it's a 1:29 flat, and we're 6 tenths off. That puts us in P7, actually puts us in P8 eventually. Now that was quite a solid lap, not too much went wrong. Maybe turn 3 will break a little bit late. We do go around again and we do improve, but unfortunately, even with a 1:28.7 or 1:29.7, it still wasn't enough. But I have realised on the screen, a lot of people are in the Aston Martin V12 Vantage. The top 9 all in the Aston Martin, so there must be something about that car that makes it quick around here. I probably should have checked the qualifying times before we jumped into this race, because clearly that Aston Martin is a little bit overpowered, and I haven't really seen it in a daily race before. And annoyingly, the game starts beyond an apex of a corner, so I had a little audition for the next Tokyo Drift movie there, and yeah, I thought I did myself proud. But the race is underway then, and we're going to have to see what we can do. Yeah, unfortunately, starting on the apex has messed it up ever so slightly, but yeah, I think we're going to really see why everyone chooses the Aston Martin in this race. Now, I was almost the best of the rest. The guy in the Lamborghini has out-qualified me, but only slightly, so he is going to be my target for this race. I want to be the best of the rest. That's my target for the whole race. So we've got 2 people going wide. We've got the Lamborghini on the left, so he's our target. It gets really tight here now, so there's 4 of us in here. Nearly get pushed off by the Italian, but he just gives me enough space, so thankful to him he didn't actually barge me off in the end. We've got the guy from Poland, goes for a big dive bomb on the inside there, collects the other Italian, and yeah, that actually promotes us up to P9 now. So not too shabby. So that's 2 positions gained straight away, just through following the racing line, not getting involved in any silly incidents, and yeah, just staying way clear of anyone who looks a little bit suspicious or who might take you out. So 2 positions gained. We are now the best of the rest, and that's where I want to stay. I'm not sure just how quick the Aston Martins are, but clearly from qualifying, they've got something in the tank that makes them so much quicker than anything else. I assume is that it's going to have a really good top end. I don't know, I haven't driven it myself, but as this video goes on, that assumption of mine is proven correct, because as you can see, I'm getting the slipstream, but they're still pulling away. Now I know he's got the slipstream as well, but if we're both getting a slipstream and he's pulling away, that's all down to car power then. And yeah, he was definitely, they were definitely pulling away from me. As you can see, look, every car apart from me is the Aston Martin part. Well, you got that Lamborghini behind me, but every car in front of me is an Aston Martin. So yeah, absolutely ridiculous. I I'm kind of glad I didn't go for the Aston Martin in a way, because I didn't want to follow the crowd. I want to try something a little bit different. That's why I always like doing that. I've always had that feeling on GT Sport. I always want to try something a little different, use a different car. You know, I know everyone's using the Aston Martin, but let's see what we can do in something a little different. We like the Corvette. It's a good car. It's a good, solid car. So, strategy-wise for this race, by the way, you have to use a hard set of tyres at some point. So we're starting on the mediums. I'm not sure what the best strategy is, so always start on the faster tyre and then react to whoever goes in the pits on those tyres and see what it's like. So always react. Say if the leader starts on the same tyres as you, I generally would just follow what he does and go in the pits, or maybe like second or third, you know, if they're on the pace. But someone's got a penalty here, so we're looking for a move on the inside. That guy just brakes a little bit too early, and I go into the back of him, and annoyingly, the game gives me a second penalty, which is frustrating, because it says force another car off the track, but he didn't go anywhere. He barely moved, he kept his position. If anything, he actually overtook that guy a little bit better thanks to the little nudge I gave him in the back. And yeah, it's given us a second penalty, which is absolutely brutal around this track, because it's on the third straight. It's after the third corner, I believe. So yeah, it's going to kill us a little bit, but we'll stick with this guy for as long as we possibly can. It just means it's going to make this race so difficult to get a result out of it, but we'll push on regardless. I have to say, that third corner when we go over there, this car's absolutely solid through there. It's got so much traction. It's the only place I'd say on this track where I feel the Corvette is actually quicker than any of these cars on the track. So if we're going to gain any time on them whatsoever, or go for a move or defend hard, it's going to be into that corner. But we skip ahead to lap 5 and still stuck behind the Italian in the Lamborghini. He makes a big mistake, big mistake, loses traction there. The tail of his car all over the place, and that promotes us back up to P9. And then we've got these two on lap 6, and this guy here, absolute tank slapper, no idea, just could not get the traction down, and it just didn't let go of the throttle, and it's just smashed into the wall. It's cost him dearly. But we skip ahead. But look at these lap times, right? 3 laps in a row, I set a 1:30.2. Now that is consistency, isn't it? That is literally consistency, and that was a good pace. Let me tell you, that was not slow. I felt like those laps were quick, really quick. So I was pushing like crazy, but I just could not keep up with that Aston. Whatever was in it, ridiculous, absolutely insane. But lap 9, and now as we cross the line, it's technically lap 10. We go in the pits, we put on some hard tyres, and it looks like we're going to come out the pits in potentially P8. Let's have a look. Yeah, so we come out in P8, so again, still, we are the best of the rest. So on lap 13, we've got Aston Martin chasing us down behind us. He goes for a cheeky little dive bomb. He gets the move done, a little bit forceful, you could say. A little bit forceful, but he gets the move done regardless. He's a lot quicker than me. I didn't want to hold him up too much, but I just wasn't expecting him to take the position there and then. So, lap 17 then, we're still in P8. We're still set. Again, look at the times on the right-hand side. Constantly in the 1:30s within a tenth of each other. The consistency I had in this race was ridiculous. I literally the same pace all the time. I was pushing. But unfortunately, due to the car we have chosen, we're starting to form a little train behind us now, which is a little bit unfortunate. We've got 4 people behind us, all in Aston Martins, I believe, so they're all chasing us down now. There is a guy ahead of us who has got a penalty, which may give me some relief, as I will be able to steal the slipstream from him, so it's going to be easier to defend from the guys behind us. But yeah, they are just getting closer and closer, and I believe the Portuguese guy behind us actually has fresh tyres on. I'll have to double check that. So he is going to be absolutely rapid. Whether he's on the hards or mediums, I don't know. But I think you can tell whilst I was in this race. I did make a mistake. I just did not make a mistake. I just had my head in the game. I was just so concentrating on what I was doing, making sure smooth exits, you know, accelerating exactly the right time, turning in the right time. I just feel like I could not extract anything more out of the car. And to be that consistent, constantly in the 1:30s, I was really happy. I don't know if there's anything more I could have done this race weekend as such. It was the best I could personally do performance-wise. There was no improvement, so I was happy with that. But there's a big incident up ahead the guy from Portugal in the Aston Martin, what a surprise, has span out. So now that puts us up to P7. But unfortunately, we have now lost the slipstream from the Polishman ahead of us. So we're not going to have that anymore to defend. So the guys behind us are going to be right up our arse. So we're going to have to be super defensive going into pretty much every corner, because we're 6 tenths ahead as we speak. But just if you look at the time just below my name, there's a tenth gone already, 10th and a half. Basically 2 tenths on that straight alone that he gains on me just through being in a better car and that slipstream. So it's going to be one hell of a job from us to stick in this position. But we are on the penultimate lap. We've got 1.5 laps to go. I think technically this track only has 8 corners, so we don't have too many more corners to go. Just a lap and a bit. But it's going to be tight and it's going to be tense. Only 2 tenths behind us now. There's Bruno Carvalho, I believe, 84. I go defensive straight away on the inside of this next corner. If I stayed where I was, he was going to go have me on the inside, and that would have been P7 to him straight away. But get a little bit close there. I do. That was a little bit iffy, but I feel like I just defended hard. It wasn't anything. You know, I didn't smash him into the wall or anything. It just went slightly bit wide. So yeah, maybe I couldn't have defended as hard. But listen, it's the last lap now, so I'm going to do everything I can within the law, within the rules, to keep this position. But first corner over, then again, incredibly tricky to get right. It's so awkward. But the Aston Martin, there's nothing I can do about this. So he's on the outside now. It's going to be a battle of the late breakers. I just brake on the 150 or 100 meter board, and I'm defending as hard as I can here, and we keep the position. That's really good defending, I think. That was really, really good. Just making sure we constantly kept an eye when he broke, and we just made sure we just braked slightly later than he did. But unfortunately, all our efforts throughout this whole race are going to be thrown away because he didn't like the way I defended, and he just smashed us into the back of me. Really, really, really disappointing, that. So frustrating, and it drops us down to P10. And all our efforts, the consistency, the hard work, choosing the right tyres at the right time, right pace, everything, you know, having a perfect race in a way because we didn't do anything wrong, and then some guy just doesn't like the way we defended and just, yeah, pushes us off. It's frustrating. At the end of the day, listen, we still got a top 10. We're in the slowest, basically the slowest car there, and we still got top 10. We put some of them to shame, the pace we managed to do in the Corvette. But overall, just slightly disappointed with the way that guy reacted. But it is what it is, I guess. But there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed that video. I really did love recording it. But if you like this kind of thing, please leave a like. If you don't like it, leave a dislike and tell me why in the comments. But yeah, absolutely loved it. And if you're new around here, please subscribe to the channel. Take care, everyone.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.